sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast.
What's good, everyone? It's Ice Cold, and here with episode 79 of the Dummast Podcast. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Back at it for another round of just enlightened conversation. I got my boy Unknown on here on a couple segments. Sahai is on a couple segments. Even got Cap the Great. We got a whole segment by ourselves. We just shooting the shit. We talk about Kamala Harris in this episode. We talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. All type of Marvel talk. I'm glad to get back into the nerd conversation, so let's get it. I'm excited about this episode, and I'm going to bring y'all right into it. Let's go. Yo, I'm here with the one and only Cap the Great. What's up with you, bro?
Come on, man, my dog. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. Hey, before we get into it, bro, I got to ask you something.
Man, what's up?
What's a Zoid, bro? What the fuck is a Zoid? You got to explain this shit to me. Because I've been using this word only because you using it because I just think this shit is funny. But what the fuck is a Zoid, bro?
I mean, it's just a safer way of saying, you know, these white people is crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, white people or racist white people?
It's, man, any one of them. It don't matter who you is. All of them got problems, you know. Some of them might not be racist, but then the ones that's not racist, they got them problems too, for real, you know.
Man,
me and my guys, man, we always just been innovators of creating different words and different language and shit around people. So, man, one time we just got sick of just calling them regular, you know.
Bro, that shit been killing me, bro. The Zoids been killing me, bro.
Hey, they won't know what you said, but it's like it make them mad. Cause it's like, what the fuck is a Zoid? Hey, what? It's a Zoid, bro. They fucking robots. They out to fuck shit up.
Bro, that shit been happening.
World now, they out here.
All right, man, these motherfuckers been having me dying lately on TikTok, bro. Oh my God. They've been having me crazy. Dying on TikTok. So let's get into these Zoids, bro.
Man, let's
get
into
the word is so
these
fucking
Zoids.
Funny, bro.
Hey, you down there could be a black person too and become a Zoid.
Oh, so it's not just for one race.
It's not. It's
okay.
I mean, the strong definition of it is meant for the one side. Yes, it is. But if you get to acting like you can turn into one,
you can turn into a Zoid, just like Kamala Harris can turn black, right? You can turn into a Zoid.
Yeah, just like everybody saying she can just up and wake up and turn black. You can turn into a Zoid too. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this shit
we got a few of them in the comments.
Bro, this shit has been killing me. Man, I love TikTok, bro. I never thought I would say this shit, bro. But the people on there are so fucking interesting. There's just so much shit you can see and so much shit you can do. I'm you know, I always tell this to Unknown because Unknown is the type that'll sit in comments and fight with people. And I always tell him, man, stop doing that shit, bro. You ain't gonna change nobody's mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why spend all this energy? But these people on TikTok is a special breed, bro. They are literally a special breed of people. I don't know what happened with my camera. I need to kind of adjust that shit. But anyway, I can't. Bro, I don't know what the fuck going on. Anyway, bro, these people are a special breed, a special level of ignorance, especially when you're talking to the MAGA cult, the MAGA mafia, I like to call them.
Straight from Trump's lawn.
Straight from his what? Straight from his line?
Hey, straight from the lawn.
Oh shit. But and we'll get into this more into this podcast. We'll be recording some stuff tonight to get more in depth of what's going on with Kamala Harris
Yeah.
and her being essentially the nominee of the Democratic Party. But he said, or when I say he, Trump
Hmm.
basically said Kamala Harris ain't black, which I don't know, man. And it's just so many other people saying it. And it just, when you hear their reasoning on why they're saying it, it's almost like they don't understand being black
Hmm.
is not a race. We're not a race of people because there's black people on every fucking continent of this
Yeah.
earth. They have their own indigenous
Literally.
black people. So like, a lot of, like I said, a lot of countries have their own indigenous black people. Indians even have it. If you want to talk about, well, she ain't black because her mother's Indian, well, Indian people have their own black people, which is called the Sidi, the tribe of Sidi, the
Hmm.
Sidi tribe. I might be pronouncing that wrong, so if I am, I'm sorry. But anyway, bro, just listening to like these Zoids
Man, talk
try to
about
like try to like go against conventional logic
yeah.
is just hilarious. The way they twist their mind into a pretzel just to try to make sense, but they know they're not making sense is hilarious. They will basically tie their brain in a knot just to stay with Donald Trump. I mean, these are the same people that'll say, they're Christians and they in tune with Christianity and things like that, but their cult leader, could care less about Christianity.
Yeah.
He don't care at all. So I don't know, bro. I've been finding this shit amusing, just fucking with these people. Um, how about you, bro?
It's fun. It's fun, dude. I mean, you see how I be talking to him. It's all logic, dude. Like, why you just can't see that this woman is of color? It don't matter. And like you said, it don't matter if she. I said she could be fluorescent
Exactly.
for all we know, and y'all would still be mad because she got a chance. It's like, do y'all not just let us know now? Do y'all not want a person of color to be
No, they
running for
don't.
anything?
They don't.
Like, do y'all just let us just say it? Just say it. Y'all
Well,
don't want us doing
a
that.
lot of them.
What's that? That's qualified as a non-black job. Let me put that out there.
It's a non-black
Just
job,
one of them.
bro. The
I'm
vice
gonna just throw
president,
one of them.
the vice president, and the presidency is a non-black job. That's
That's
basically what it
crazy
is.
as hell.
I don't know, bro. This whole shit is crazy. I can't wait to get more in depth with it. Uh,
Hey,
later,
right.
later. But
Yeah,
what
I
else
don't
been
want to
up
give
with
them
you,
too
dog?
much.
What else been up with you?
Oh man, nothing too much, bro. Actually, man, chilling, man, working a lot, getting some stuff done. God been blessing me with some connected people. Last night, speaking of that chance, I got to work. Well, my cousin-in-law, Genesis, he does radio in Lansing, Michigan. One of the top radio guys out there. If anybody out there, y'all need some press runs or whatever, go holler at him. Big man Genesis, the brand Genesis, the brand or the Genesis brand on Instagram. My fault. Just give him a quick shout out. Uh, he was he had a DJ for Raven Simone last night.
So that picture was real. Bro.
No,
You
yeah, that
put
was
that
super
shit in the
real though.
chat. You put that shit in that chat, and it was so fucking random. I'm like,
Right.
bro, you better not be just chilling with Raven Simone. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Nah,
So
nah,
what was
real
that about?
deal. A whole private setting, bro.
What is Raven doing? Like, what's she doing?
Man, she just dropped a fashion line.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
And I think it's a magazine too to it,
Okay.
Mature Mag, you know what I'm saying? Mature magazine. And then it's a mature brand, you know what I'm saying? One of my cousin-in-law though, his friend, is the dude Oliver Brown. He the one that put together the brand for Simone, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
and then man, later how I end up in the picture is not only is my cousin-in-law, but he asked me to use my equipment.
Okay.
That's when I was packing up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. I had to pack
Oh,
my
okay,
equipment
yeah.
up.
So we were
Yeah,
supposed to
he was using
record.
my speakers and stuff
Got you.
to play the music and do the karaoke type deal up in there. So,
Got you.
nah,
Got
it
you.
was definitely a little vibe, man. Private setting, rub some shoulders with some people. You feel me? Met some people. You know, got to meet Raven Simone. Obviously, you know, snap some pictures of her. I didn't get to take a picture with her, but you know, it was
You
so
better
much
not have
going
put
on
no
in the
picture.
little
You better not
space.
been cheesing in front of Raven Simone, bro. I couldn't see the picture.
Man,
I'd
me
have
and my
roasted.
wife was in there cutting up, dude. Man, my wife is a trip.
Yeah.
We was in there cutting up, and then you know, dude came over there like, "Hey, man, y'all look like y'all just having the best of time. Like, let me get some pictures of y'all. I got to find him so I can get them flicks."
Bro, I thought that was just some random pictures you put in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing with Raven Simone? What the fuck is going on over
Nah,
there?
that's
That's
exactly
what's up,
where I
bro.
was in there and why I was in there. It was cool though.
I haven't seen where's Ace and your other man's at the Triple
Man,
T.
speaking of the game, we popping back on tonight, man. We back at it. We just did an episode like a couple days ago, a week
Really? I
ago,
didn't see
something
it.
like
I got to
that.
check that out. I didn't see it come by as
Episode
a
25.
notification.
Yeah, we back. We 25 episodes in with the new team. You know what I'm saying? Definitely loving it. And it was pretty crazy too, because him and Ace, man, they always got their argument parts, but this one right here was pretty fiery. Ace came in there with intentions to get King James fired up that show.
What
It was
y'all
a good one,
what y'all talking
but
about on
we
that? What y'all talking about on
tonight
that episode? No, on the
or the
episode that
last one.
yeah.
Man, what was we talking about? Oh, we covered that Jalen Brunson contract deal.
Okay.
Like he left behind like 113, almost 120 million. You know what I'm saying? To be able to sign on. And then my guy, Ace was like, he like, man, I'm gonna take the money. He's like, I don't fuck all that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you got to look at it from a championship aspect or a team that's just trying to make a buzz. You know, and get in that realm with everybody else. They
Right.
want to be looked at the same way. So,
Right.
man, we just had a crazy debate about that. We talked about a few other things as well. Tonight we're gonna be talking about the Olympics and
That's what I wanted
you
to
know,
ask you. That's what I wanted. You've been watching the Olympics. You've been following.
hell yeah, bro. I'm definitely an Olympic, you know what I mean, advocate.
Okay.
I done missed yesterday for sure because I didn't have no time to sit down.
What
But
events do you usually follow?
I'm usually watching like the swimming. Even I watch them all,
Yeah,
believe it
I
or
watch
not.
everything, bro.
Right, like it's like I watch it all, bro. Even if I don't watch it on the regular. When it comes to the Olympics, it ain't nothing like just seeing some of the best. Makes it look easy, and that's what I love about it. It's like you don't know who gonna come out on top.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying when it comes to that.
Um, have you heard about the story about the boxer, the Italian boxer that was fighting
Oh yeah, we
the other
tackling
woman?
that tonight too.
So
I,
what?
I ain't gonna give him too much, but I feel some kind of way about that, bro.
I don't. I
That's
don't.
crazy.
I don't.
But it's this morning I woke up and I seen some stuff, and somebody posted like a picture of her when she was a little girl or whatever. You know what I mean? But it still like if you classified as something and you not fully a female or a male, like
I
I
mean, but
mean,
she was born.
if
She
you
was
gonna
born a
fight
female.
females, go fight a real boxer
She
then,
was born a female. She was born a
man.
female. But here's my problem. Here's not problem, but here's my issue with it. With the problem,
Right,
this woman went to the Olympics with a 9-5 record. You cannot come. You cannot come behind this and say, "Well, that's the hardest I ever got hit in my life." Then you need to train your jaw because 5 other people beat this bitch. So
man.
like,
She broke her nose.
but but what I'm saying, 5 other people beat this woman. So you cannot come behind these 5 women and say, I can't do this because this is not a woman. Well, it is a woman. It is a woman. She was born with that set of equipment.
Right.
If 5 other people beat her. Sound like we just need to call you a wambulance because like you just crying at this point. You just crying at this point. Just go ahead and get that L, say you lost, and bro, it's no different than like somebody, you remember WWE's China, right?
Right.
Right. I mean, if she would have gotten the boxing, people would have probably been saying the same thing, or maybe not because it was just a different time, a different time.
Man, she
So
didn't have the demographics though to be. She had the body. that
Right,
look
but
like that, but
you see
she
this
didn't have
woman's,
the
you see this,
demographics of it.
hey, you see this woman's body. It's no different when I look at it. That
Man,
woman
nah,
is top strong.
she out there
That
looking,
motherfucker like this,
she out there looking like Slender Man, bro. You seen her, bro?
bro. That
You
bitch
see
look
her
like that
chin?
bitch. That bitch
You
shaped like
see her
LeBron,
chin?
bro. That bitch shaped like
Man,
LeBron. And,
I don't even call her. I call him Shimp.
but
I'm
okay,
telling you,
yes, she looks like a man, but she's a woman. You cannot refute that. That's a woman. So I mean, unless I'm wrong, maybe I got to read up on it. But from everything I've seen, it says she's a woman.
man, you never
So
heard about it. You never heard about it ever happening before either. Like you never, for
five
them
other
to like
people
the
beat this.
Olympics probably
Five
wasn't
other
even.
people beat this person. So
But did she? Was it other women?
yes, it was five other women beat this person.
Where's she boxing at? Because them women might be the same she is.
So you say it's just a country of people that's just growing.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro,
Hey, the
you
real
never know.
hey, the real question is, how did this woman get into the Olympics with a 9-5
That's
record?
my thing. That's my.
That's the real
It's
question,
like forget everything else. It's like how did you get in here
You got a
like that?
9-5. You ain't got no 14-0 record. You ain't got a
You not
14,
putting up nothing.
13-1 record. You got a 9-5 record, which means you alright. You know what I'm
Your
saying?
record
You
is
you
suspect.
alright. You know what I'm saying?
You've been whooping a lot of tomatoes. That's what you've been doing.
But at the same time, she didn't get dropped 5 times. She lost 5 times.
Facts.
So Miss Italian boxer, why couldn't you do that? Sound like you need to
Hey,
train that jaw.
look.
She came
Hey,
out
she,
crying and shit. Get the fuck out of
bro,
here.
because she got whooped up by a man, dude.
She
They
did,
just let a man
but
up
she
in there.
didn't. That person got a vajayjay. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
nah,
like,
that person got a ding ding too.
she just got a big clitoris.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
telling you.
I'm gonna catch you later. I
Oh
gotta get
yeah,
some stuff done, man. But I just wanted to touch base with you, bro.
for
You'll
sure,
be
man.
back on
Appreciate
later,
it.
man. Peace.
Yeah, most definitely.
All
Peace.
right, man. So that was me and Cap the Great just shooting the shit. Like I said, getting to a few things. Nothing real tough, man. Just had to catch up with my boy. I'm gonna bring y'all right into this Deadpool conversation. We talk a lot about Marvel and some other things too. We kind of branch out, so definitely check this out. And I'm gonna give this to y'all right now. Let's go. Let's get it. Yo, what is up? I got Sahab in here, the greatest is up here, Cap the Great. We got the most known unknown up in this piece. And right now we are talking Deadpool. So y'all already know
Oh,
I've stated it on the show plenty of times. I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan. In fact, I'm just really not into it. I don't so much
Right.
I don't hate it. It's just
have you?
not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna ask y'all, like,
Wait. Did you watch it yet?
no. I'm the only one that
Oh
haven't
man.
seen it. So I need
Oh,
I want to get the take from
Oh, so you
everybody
slick.
because
Oh,
I
you
know all
slick,
y'all.
huh?
Yeah, I know
You,
all y'all have seen it. So I want to get the take from
yeah. all right.
everybody.
I see what
Is
you're
it a
doing. I
thing
see
where
what you're doing.
do I need to go see this?
Wait. Let me
Yes,
let
you
me
do.
let me let me let's start it right. Is this a spoiler free review or
You can
something? Or
go. You can spoil it, bro. You
all
can
right.
spoil it for me because
Yeah.
chances are I
Yeah.
still ain't gonna go see this shit.
Are you serious?
Look your ass.
This man, Hey, right, bro.
I know it was a
is
plan
it
behind
is
it
it
the
a must
whole
see? Is
time.
it a must see?
It is. I would
Yes.
say.
I would say yeah.
Does it
Yes.
progress the Marvel story in any way?
It brings some
Oh,
people that they forgot and throughout the movies
yep. I
for
think
real.
I think also you to get a understanding you probably 100% have to watch Loki.
I've watched Loki.
Right.
100%.
I'm
You
a
have to
Loki
watch it.
fan. I'm a big Loki fan, so I watch
If you
Loki.
Yeah.
watch Loki, you're going to understand a lot of the stuff that goes on in the movie.
And
Cuz
I might
I
have to
watched
go back.
Loki
I
and
might
my
have to go
wife
back
didn't
and
watch
watch
it
it.
and she was
You
like,
only you only gotta
she
watch
couldn't understand. Huh?
you only gotta watch the first season of Loki. You don't gotta watch it
No, I
all.
think it's the second season. I think the second season went more into depth into the I think second season. If you watch the second season,
Mm.
for me, I don't know. My opinion, in my opinion, I think the second season. My wife couldn't understand. She didn't know what was going on because she didn't watch the. She watched the first season. She didn't like it, so I watched the second season because she didn't like it, And then we went to go see Deadpool. She was like, I just can't understand. I just didn't know what was going on. So a
Right.
lot of stuff went over her head. So
It might have been them characters because
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't understand why they was in there
it
and
was.
why them versions was in there too. You know what I mean?
Versions.
Oh
Versions
Yeah,
of
man,
characters.
You mean wait? Virgins?
versions.
Versions. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, I'm about to say like,
multiverse.
what kind of Marvel movie is this? They got versions of it.
Well, I mean, we've already said this is a
Yep.
spoiler trailer. So I mean, a
I
spoiler
Yeah.
don't give
review.
a
So
fuck, bro.
So
so
it's a spoiler
with
review.
that,
They had a lot of Fox characters that was part of the Fox Marvel
Mm,
universe that showed
Yeah,
up in Deadpool.
okay, all right.
yep.
So when you say
and they
like,
went.
am I seeing Holly Berry as Storm
Nah,
okay,
Nah.
nah.
Nah,
okay,
you're
okay?
not
You
Because
do
seeing them.
that would
see
be hope, girl.
Pyro from X-Men. You see Storm.
You see
Uh,
Juggernaut,
you got
Yep.
Juggernaut. Uh,
Saber Tooth,
yeah,
Yep.
Okay,
Sabretooth. Yeah.
okay.
Um,
Blade,
yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
wait. Hold on. Who did you say?
Wesley Snipes,
Blade.
brother.
Stop playing. Wesley
Yeah.
I,
Snipes, bro.
Hey, look, look,
Wait, wait,
this
wait,
is
wait,
because
wait.
you
Are
would
you
go.
telling me
That'll
Wesley
make you go see
Snipes?
the movie. Look,
Wait, wait,
that'll
wait.
make you go
Are
see the
we
movie
talking?
that
alone.
Hold on, bro.
hey,
Hold on.
if we say any more, we ruined the movie.
See,
I
Right?
see
Because
don't
now
now you want
care,
to
you
bro.
spoil
I
it.
don't care if you ruined this
Now
for
you
me,
don't
bro.
want us to spoil it.
Because I think here's the thing. I think for me, in order for me to want to go see this, you might have to spoil it for me. You might
Yep.
have to. You might have to tell me something like now. I'm kind of getting perked up because you just told me is Wesley Snipes is it? Now are we
Oh no,
talking about
I
the
ain't lying to you.
new guy that's gonna play
no.
No,
Blade, or we're
no,
talking
we
about
talking
Wesley
about
Snipes as Blade?
Wesley.
Okay, I might have to see it, bro. I might have to see it. All right.
Talking about Mr. Tax Invasion. Him.
What do you say? We talk about some motherfuckers always trying to ski uphill. Blade.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
him.
Wow. Okay.
What, you want
So
to know some more? You want me to throw another screwball at you that'll
Go
go to
ahead.
make you
Go
go?
ahead.
Gambit. That's another one.
Mm. Okay.
You know what
I
I'm
might have to
saying?
go
And
see it, bro.
you will be
No.
surprised to
Wait,
see
wait,
who
wait,
playing them too.
wait. What's my man name that played Captain America?
oh so
Dude.
Chris
Flash,
Evans was in it
Chris
as Johnny
Evans, yeah.
Storm as Johnny
Yes.
Johnny
Storm.
Storm, that's what it
Oh,
was.
okay. So the Fox version is better.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Nah,
thought he was
that was
Captain
hilarious.
America though.
Yes, he did, didn't he? Hey,
Yeah,
right? He
so
was like,
Deadpool thought he was Captain America, and this motherfucker
like
says
Deadpool
"Flame
crazy.
on" and starts flying off as
Right.
Johnny Storm.
Okay, I might have to go see it. I
But
might have to go see
here's
it.
the
Hey, nah, dog, it's comedy.
this. I'll give you my review real quick. It's short and sweet. I'm not happy with the fact that when before it came out, Feige said that this movie is going to be as important to the future of Marvel as Endgame was to the end of Marvel. I didn't get that from this movie. I didn't get how they
Right,
were going
yeah.
to move towards the future. I thought that this was going to be the entrance of the X-Men, and what it really was the swan song of Fox, which I can appreciate that because they did it well. But
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, it was fucking hilarious. It was
Hell
the
yeah.
ultimate like swan song to fanboys who've been, fucked over the last couple of movies, the last couple of shows. It was fan service. It was 100%
Hell
fan
yeah.
service. I didn't, I've been looking at the reviews, and the reviews is just people crying that it just didn't give them the
Enough
woke
the
enough
wokeness.
woke, but and it's the funny thing is yeah,
Crazy.
you didn't get people satisfied in their wokeness, so they tweeted about it. But this movie made like I think it's like almost $600 million right now. So
Okay.
like
Yeah,
people want to see
they getting bucks.
they're getting buckets. So I mean, it is funny, man. It's
So
funny.
Yeah.
was this movie a step in the right direction to progress the story? Because that's been my whole thing with the Marvel franchise for the last 2 or 3 years. Pretty much
Mm-hmm.
after Endgame, it's stagnant. Like you'll get something good, and then you'll get three bad things. Then you'll get something good, and then you get a couple bad things. It's like the story ain't progressing. It's not matching up. You're seeing all type of weird shit that it's like they all ain't at the same time. Like I don't know, man. It's just not. It's not flowing right to me. So is this, like I said,
I,
is
Mm-hmm.
this a step in the right direction?
I think it progresses the story because it establishes the void as a place which if you look at what's coming next with Secret Wars, with Doctor Doom, they need
Hmm.
they need that void because that's what Secret Wars took place in. So, you
Yeah.
have all the variants fighting if it matches close to the Secret Wars comics, and that's where they will fight in that battle planet. And so you give them the space to have that conflict. And
Right.
then in if you look in some of in the void, you saw that comic in the Secret War comic, you see that Doom cover, and then you saw that they have you know Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. So
Yeah,
it kind of
Yeah.
gives you this, we know the direction that you're going in.
Hmm.
I kind of want to see how they're going to wrap all this stuff up with Captain America because they're supposed to put a bow in the She-Hulk and Eternals story so they can kind of move it along. But
Right.
it's a step in the direction to kind of tie some bows around some things. I don't know if it's a step in the right direction, but it is some kind of step in the direction to kind of
it's progression. It is some
yeah,
It's a
progression.
good one. Yeah.
tie up
It's
some of those
definitely a
loose
good
ends
one.
and stuff. Yeah.
So
I,
okay. So you said put a bow on the Eternals things. Is Eternals just dead now? Like they're not going
Do
forward with
we
the Eternals?
do we need to see another one of those? Like I don't think
hell
we need
I
no.
another
would
one.
be perfectly
Those
fine with it
Yeah.
without it, but
Yeah.
it's still kind of weird because it was a movie and I saw a hand sticking out of Earth.
And that's what they're gonna deal with in Captain America. The fact that you got a celestial coming out of half of the fucking, South Pacific
And
Sea.
nobody else is and nobody
Yeah.
and nobody on no Marvel movie or franchise has mentioned that
Yeah.
shit, which is weird as fuck to
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Um, so all in all, y'all saying it's a good movie. I should go out and see it. Um, we, I mean, anything else? Y'all got anything else y'all can say about it? Anything I should know? Or
I think this Deadpool was very, it connected a lot of things, and it reminded you that Marvel reach is long,
Mm.
meaning that when you think about Marvel and you think, like, if you just like one of those people that like the movies, you think that like Marvel is like all Avengers and that type of thing,
Right.
and it's not. Like, it's so many just different aspects, and now this movie gave it an opportunity, like, to open up to the Fantastic Four um and to the X-Men and stuff like that. It opened it up,
Hmm.
and now they can, instead of just focusing like straight up like the Avengers, they can focus on other things. um, so because they had comic books with the X-Men and Avengers, or
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and stuff like that. I just think that I think they're gonna focus. For me, I thought they might be trying to focus in on the X-Men and bring aspects of the Avengers into it, because this is like, it is one of the things where you like, okay, you, all this stuff was coming out, it was just so many things, you like, whoa, 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 I know they didn't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
So you just
Alexa,
constantly
like,
getting
what,
hit with
like,
shit. You
Yeah.
just
I think
Yeah.
constantly getting hit with shit.
yes,
I think
yes,
Okay,
what
okay.
you're
and
trying to
you're
say,
like,
it
wait,
kind of
you're
give
like,
you
wait,
that
wait, what's
effect.
going on, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this is, for me, I'm like, okay, this is a good segue into what they're trying to do next, and you gotta get a vision of what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, and it's all, with Marvel Studios, everything is in play. Everything, there's a reason for something. You see
Mm.
something little in a movie, you're like, okay, there's a reason why that little thing is there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and then it all comes in out, and it all comes together at the end. So that's what I see it. I see what they're trying to do, and Deadpool it was funny. It was like more lighthearted than anything. Um, but I was like, it was good. It was good,
Okay.
but it wasn't a regular Marvel movie for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but for me, my expectations wasn't as high. So when I went in there, I was like, okay, it did better than what I expected.
Yeah, you know what? I think
Yeah.
a lot of people need to do that. Table their expectations, and I do that. I don't. I try
Yeah.
not to get myself hyped up on any movie because
Yeah,
like I don't I don't want to not like something because my expectations were too high. I'd rather really like something because my expectations were not high at all. If that makes any
actually,
sense.
if you go in there just thinking, I just want to have a good time, you will love it. Because
Yeah,
you're not getting the typical Deadpool movie with like Vanessa and the girlfriend and this and that. You're not getting a whole lot of that.
yeah, you're
You-
not getting that.
Yeah, you're not getting the X-Men movie. You're not getting a Marvel movie. You are going to get a Deadpool comedy. So if you go in there just thinking like, hey, I just want to, have a good time, you're gonna have a good time. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't got them extra parts in the storyline, like you
yeah,
said,
yeah,
with him loving the chick, and the chick really was like slowing up that little progress
yeah,
that we was seeing in
they
them first
barely in it.
couple
Yeah,
ones for real, you
yeah,
know.
Well,
they
is that
barely in the
So
isn't
movie.
they
isn't
barely
Zazie
in there now.
Beats a part of Deadpool?
She was in the second one. She's
Okay, is she in this
Domino.
one? Is she in
Nah,
this one? Okay,
nah,
No,
I
nah.
like
it's a
Zazie Beats.
man.
I
It's
like
it's.
Zazie
I
Beats.
thought the mix up was cool, keeping you on your toes.
Yeah,
No spaces in there, and it was a hell of a lot of action. We didn't have to see just them trying to go attack the world. We seen them whooping
nah.
each other ass,
You
because that's
got
part of the story
Yeah.
too.
yeah,
Like they
you
never
got
really
three
liked
good
each other anyway.
you got three good Wolverine versus Deadpool fights.
Okay,
Facts.
Yeah,
That
like
last one,
that last one was
that
fucked
last
up.
one in the car.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
Yeah, they
okay.
went
That
at
was
it.
intense. That
Yeah,
was
All right,
intense.
yeah.
all right. So we briefly mentioned it earlier. We mentioned it earlier about Robert Downey Jr.
hmm
Playing Doom, Victor Von Doom. I say that right, Victor Von
yeah.
Doom. Yeah, I knew
hmm
that was his name. All right. I ain't a nerd like some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I got I know a little something. But how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that move or bringing him back into the franchise?
It's
I,
He
too
gonna
early.
have a mask on majority of the time. So I
I
mean,
mean,
It's
but you
too
still
early
going.
to tell.
you know what? I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I seen it and I was like, he did good as Tony Stark,
I thought he
and
did the best at Tony. I
he
love
so
was
the
the he
he
Tony
was the
Stark
was
best
series.
Tony
he
Stark.
was one of those. He's the one that kind of ramped up the whole Marvel
Well,
universe.
he kicked it off. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
it was other. You had Hulk was supposed to take
But he
place
was
before that,
like,
but he
but
was
he was
like
the one
he
though.
put it on. He put it on the map, bro.
He the one
Right.
that blew it up.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
I'm Team Kane to conquer, man. They should just let old boy come back and finish his
You know
shit.
what?
Just let
You know
him
what,
ride it
bro?
out,
I
huh?
still got hope. I still got hope that
Yeah.
That's what
somewhere
they doing
down,
too
like
with all
maybe
this stuff.
phase 7 or some shit like that, they
He
will bring him
he
Yeah.
back, bro.
he was on TMZ and he was talking
Yeah.
about it and he was
Hmm.
kind of bummed about it. That he didn't
Well,
get
they
a
tried to
second
set him.
chance.
They tried to set him up,
Oh man,
man.
that was total
They tried
bullshit.
to set him up to say they were trying to. They were fishing to say, you know, is it because of your
hmm
race and shit like that? They were fishing for some shit and he didn't
Hey,
fall for it.
well,
Good for him.
it's
Um.
good he didn't fall for it, but I mean he did make the point. I mean Robert Downey Jr.'s second chance was Iron Man.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yep.
Facts.
Exactly.
I
Um.
mean,
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like y'all said, I don't know yet because it just seems like a desperate move
yeah,
to bring them back. Like, why else would you bring them back? It just seems like out of
Yeah.
desperation. So what I don't want to see is it look like desperation
mhm.
via the movie. You know what I'm saying? They have him in these weird places where he shouldn't be, and it just looks bad. It look like I don't want him to be Tony Stark, but at the same time, I don't want him to just be there just to be there. If that makes sense.
The thing is, I don't like the fact that they brought back the Russo brothers and him. So
Mm,
now it's too many. I mean, the Russo brothers killed Tony Stark, and it was
right.
something. It was something that they kept quiet for a while until everybody didn't know Tony was going to die at the end of Endgame. They knew it though, and so now you bring the Russo
Yeah.
brothers
Nobody
back
knew that shit.
to create a new character or a new movie with Robert Downey Jr. at the helm. It's like we watched him over a span of what 10 movies that he played, some type of role in, whether it was an Iron Man movie or some type of movie,
Mm-hmm.
Marvel movie, to create a Tony Stark arc. I don't know if we get that or we have the time invested. I mean, the only thing you can really do is hurt the Tony Stark stock, in my opinion. I mean, is it variants of Tony Stark that was Victor Von Doom? Yes. Is it storylines where they swap brains and bodies? Yeah. I mean, but and do we really want to
Mm.
get in that minutia, or do we
But
really
ain't
want
that
to
where it
just
was headed though? It was headed
no?
where
I mean, you could have picked another person, and
yes.
it's the thing is, it's too much. It's too much many unknowns right now. The Fantastic Four is like some kind of period piece.
Right.
Um, it's not like set in the current MCU. It's set like,
What?
yeah, it's weird. It's like some kind of
Yeah,
type of
It's a
they've been throwing
period
them.
piece.
They've been
Like
it's some
throwing
like
type
them.
it's
of
supposed to be like
retro.
in the 1700s
Yeah,
or some
it's
shit.
like
Oh,
nah, like
They've
wow.
it's
been
Are
like
you
throwing them in. They've been throwing them in and out of movies like
yeah, it's some
anywhere they
type
can
of
put them
retro
almost.
thing. One of the issues of that you learned in Deadpool is that the X-Men has always been around, and the X-Men know about the Avengers, and the Avengers know about the X-Men, but we never saw that in the MCU. So like,
right?
where
Right.
was when New York was getting fucked up in the first Avengers? I mean,
Bro,
where was
I've been saying
Xavier?
that shit for where was the Eternals,
You,
bro?
you
And
know
they
what I'm
tried to
saying?
they had this
Right.
stupid ass
But
explanation for it. Yeah.
I mean, the way they're pitching it is like you seen Logan, right? The Logan movie.
hmm I
So the way
didn't
they're pitching is
like I
that
said, like I told you before, I was high as shit while trying to watch it twice, so I don't remember a lot of it.
so
But
that Logan that died at the end of the Logan movie is in Deadpool's universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the story is goes. Like that Logan resides in Deadpool's universe, which means the X-Men
Yep.
resided in Deadpool's universe because that Logan was part of the X-Men. Charles was
so
there
so
too.
so with with this new Deadpool and that Wolverine, is this like before Wolverine died?
Who this well
Nah, he was already
he
gone.
he was already gone. He died. So Logan dies in that universe. But if you remember in like the first Deadpool, there was at the X Mansion, like the X-Men was there. So like you got so
I
much
mean,
mix up
You
going
know
on
what?
right
Then they
now.
made
I
it. They
mean,
might they. Oh, go
Colossus
ahead.
was at the party.
Yeah,
Colossus
Colossus
was
was at
at
the party.
Right.
right.
Colossal was chilling.
And
Yeah,
so this it's so much stuff going on right now with Captain America,
Yeah.
with Fantastic Four, Secret Wars, Doctor Doom, and then you're trying to push this whole uh woke slash fanboy type movies. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be happy if the Infinity Saga is all we got. If
That
because
part.
Bro, it's looking like they never should have went down this road of variants in
no,
timeline
They already had it. They
multiverses
already had it
because
lined
they
up.
shot themselves. It's looking like they shot themselves in the foot, and now they just dealing with a clusterfuck of shit.
well, the thing is, they have to just commit to it. They have to commit to this
Then guess
one
what? You
thing.
should have recast. You should have recast that dude. To be honest,
You
if that's what it
you
is,
should have you
you
shouldn't have- you should have
you
you
should.
should have recast T'Challa. You should have kept with Kang because Kang is the only person who does the multiverse justice because there's so many variants of Kang.
Right.
But if you're gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
this whole multiverse thing and then switch to a Victor Von Doom, it kind of screws it all up. So I mean, they have some. I mean, I'm sure they can figure it out. I mean, I hope
I
it
hope they
it, it,
figure it
it
out.
works out if they want to keep the money train going. I think Deadpool shows them that if they stay true to the fans, they will come back because they came back in a major way.
yeah,
Um, I mean, and it was R rated, and it was blood and guts, and it wasn't the typical kid friendly movie. I mean, they said fuck almost every 5 minutes.
yeah.
I
Man,
mean,
every line.
yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
and
All right.
so
It
and
was crazy. It
and
was crazy.
and
Yeah,
people
most
paid for it.
definitely.
Like I
Hmm.
said, people pay for it. So
Well,
Yeah, it was little kids in the theater with us.
I took my son, man.
Yeah, my son was with me.
He was dying laughing until Gambit started talking when he said, I shot
I
out my
know,
daddy
right?
dick already. And he's like, what did he say? I'm like, never mind. Like, he's like, don't worry about it. He could,
you
cause
know,
that accent, he
Crazy.
couldn't pick it up. I'm like, don't worry about it,
right.
man.
You know
I
what?
think
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think Marvel I want to say, like every the like the whole Infinity War and that type of thing. It was there was some times where you're like, like where are they going with this? Like I don't, this movie is not that great. You know what I'm saying? Like where are they trying to? I'm trying to see where they're going with this, and then you see it and it comes together and it's good. And I think this is going to happen that way. I think that we're just so outdone with these filler movies,
Mm.
like these movies like to kind of keep us,
Mhm.
keep Marvel very relevant. And
Hmm.
they throw in these movies, these filler movies, where you're like
But see,
like the Marvels, and you're like
but, but that's the
no,
problem though, and this is why I wish they had a recast Victor Von Doom, because I can't have a actor as serious as Tony Stark fighting the B list now. The Stranges and the Miss Marvels and the retro fucking Fantastic Four. You're gonna have to bring in some heavy hitters now. You're gonna have to bring in a Wolverine type or something like that, because
And we
now,
might as well prepare for it
yeah,
because
because
it's gonna
now
happen
now
soon.
you're gonna have to, or you're gonna have to develop some new talent. I don't want the young Avengers fighting Victor Von Doom.
Facts.
That's not a fair fight. So you're gonna have
They
to.
gonna die again. Hey,
Yeah,
look, they gonna die again.
It's so
Yeah,
crazy
we
because
already just
like
had to fight and get them back before. They gonna die
yeah,
again.
you're
That's what's
right.
wrong with
You're
Doctor
right.
Doom for real.
it's so
You're
crazy
right.
because it's been so long that we've seen some of these. I mean, just think about it. How long did that? You know, the the Legend of Shang-Chi. I don't even care about this dude anymore. I don't care
right,
about this dude
Man,
anymore.
he
I don't care
disappeared.
about the Eternals anymore. I don't care about none of these characters that I've seen. I don't care about uh Bucky and Hawkeye. I don't care about them anymore because y'all haven't done anything with
Man,
them. So,
Bucky was supposed to be next up. If you want to be technical,
but
that's really who was supposed to be something after the Panther and after that Captain America and all that stuff. The end game, like Bucky was supposed to come out right around that time because he was the one that was getting focused on right behind what. Then Doctor Strange ended up coming out with something
Yeah.
else too, like right
mm-hmm,
after all that.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden, we didn't see Bucky no more. We seen Doctor Strange come, and then the mishap happened with him and over
But
there. I'm like,
see,
man,
you get this every
they all
once in a
over the place.
while. You'll get a company who will establish a formula that's
Yeah.
successful, and then somebody else will come in that's too smart or think they're smarter than everybody else, and they'll fuck the formula up, and then they'll give you shit, and then they'll blame the fans or the audience or something like that.
Hmm.
Marvel is trying to do like DC did. Like DC came in too hot trying to recreate Marvel and fucked it all up. I mean, it has to be a slow build. You have to give these guys individual movies and build it over time into a Avengers one type situation. You can't just Secret Wars, and then you introduce all these new characters, and now I'm somebody from a TV show plus somebody from a featurette, and then somebody from a this, and you throw them all together, and now that's the new team. Like, you're not invested in any of these people, and then
Right.
they're gonna go
Hmm.
fight a Victor Von Doom or a Galactus. Like, okay, like, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Right after they just dealt with old girl.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Y'all barely made it
You
out of
barely,
there,
you
though.
old chick was sticking her fingers through people's head up and shit. What I'm saying? Cassandra was, she had
she
her
was
hands all up
wicked,
people's
boy.
Listen,
heads, man.
man.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go see it next time I get a chance. I'm gonna go see it. But I'm excited. Two things I'm excited about. Sounds like y'all, from what y'all saying, is trying to get back on track. And also, I'm excited
Hmm.
that we talking about some other shit other than fucking Donald Trump,
Oh, here you go.
MAGA
Oh, man.
Republicans, and all this
Oh,
bullshit that's been going on politically. But looks like we're gonna be talking about that up next. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short, and shit, we'll get back to it.
Go
All
see
right.
Deadpool.
all right.
Yeah,
All right.
I go see it. I go
Go
see
see
it.
that shit.
I go see
Go
that
see that
shit.
shit, man. You
Yeah,
gotta see
go
that
see it.
shit,
Go
man.
see it.
It's an enjoyable time, man. Trust
All right.
me.
Out with the old, in with the new. About to rush y'all into this new conversation with me, Sahai, Unknown. We talking politics. We talking about Kamala Harris, Biden. We talking about all type of shit. Donald Trump, MAGA. We get into it all. So Definitely want y'all to pay attention to this. If you have any comments, put them below. We'll get back to y'all. Let's get it. Yo, what's up? I'm back with Mr. Unknown and Sahai. And I want to talk about something. I want to talk about the Kamala effect. I want to talk about the Kamala effect on the Democratic Party. If you guys remember, just 2 weeks ago, uh, the Republican Party, they were riding high off the assassination attempt by Donald Trump, just happy that he was alive and he beat it.
By Donald Trump or on Donald
On
Trump?
Donald Trump, you know what I meant.
You about to set them. You
That
about to
man
set.
shot himself. You know what
You
I'm
about to set them boys up on fire, boy. You can't do that to them.
saying? And you had the RNC that same week, so it was just like they at that point in time they were riding high, riding the wave. Nothing can go wrong in the RNC. But in contrast, when you looked at the Democratic Party, they were scratching their head. It was fresh off that Joe Biden dismal debate. They didn't know what they were going to do, and
I-
the switch was made.
Before you say anything else, I disagree. But go ahead.
No. Wait. I want to
Wait,
get into this. What do you disagree
disagree
about?
with what?
I disagree that the Democratic Party was scratching their
Bro,
heads
they didn't
and
know what
wondering what was.
No, bro, I
Nah,
disagree with you. Bro, they
nah.
were
Okay. Listen to what I'm saying
go.
though. What if just a theory? What if this was all planned? What if this was all planned? Think about it. What if this was all planned? Meaning that when the convention goes after the convention,
Uh,
right? After the convention, it's supposed to be a whole week of just Trump, 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 and everybody's supposed to give him his kudos and his for the whole week. For the whole week, whoever is the nominee, always the
They
whole rest of
dominate
the
the
week
news
is
cycle.
like
They dominate the news
right.
cycle. Yeah.
So what if they plan to do that to kind of drown him out, right? They drowned him out. They said he announced it on that Sunday, the beginning of the week, to drown all the Trump shit out. Just listen for a second. Just listen for a second. What if that everything like the Democrats came out. You there was like a couple of Democrats came out after the debate saying you need to step down, you need to step down, you need to step down. Everybody, there was a couple of Democrats that came out and was like you need to step down
to Biden.
after the debate, huh?
He talking about Biden.
Yeah. So after the debate, because everybody knows Biden is he has a stutter, right? But the debate was like horrible, right? Super horrible, right? And you're
Uh,
like, damn, is he coherent? Like it was that bad to where you're like, is he really there? You know what I'm saying? What if all that was planned? Like, what if all that was planned
like
and
he had a
everybody?
bad showing on purpose.
Yes, yes. Like they went in there. That's why the Republicans are so mad because they knew something was up with him and didn't say anything, right? And they like, oh, he did this, he did that. No, it was all planned.
So I've heard
That's
this
it.
theory. I've heard this theory on the internet this week that this was the play from the gate to find some kind of way as to wedge her in any way. Um,
Yep.
I don't think there's any validity to that.
I'm on.
You're right. You might be right, but just give it some thought for a second.
I am
Out
giving
of
this.
all days,
Yeah.
out
I'm
of
giving
all
this some
days
thought,
to
bro.
just think about it. Might not be totally totally I might not totally be right, but some aspects of that you got to be like, wait, you might be right on, especially that you announced it the Sunday after. Like now people are like, wait, Trump got, like that assassination, it was everything got drowned out. Everything got drowned out when he dropped out and he pushed her up. You feel me?
Right.
Just
I had
think
a
about it. Just think
conspiracy. I
about
had
it.
a conspiracy of what you're
This is
saying,
this sounds like a
but
conspiracy theory,
but I don't think
but
that's
it
It
don't
is.
sound like a
It
good
is. It
one though.
just
yeah.
It don't
I don't
sound like a
know. I
good one.
don't
I
know.
had a conspiracy of what you're saying, but I don't think it to be true only because of some of the rumblings that we've heard and the people that came out against Biden, which
Mm-hmm.
was crazy in itself. You had Schumer and Pelosi make public statements against the sitting president. That meant a lot. So I think
Yeah.
what happened uh, is they needed Biden to get out because what they saw is, and this is just the way people do. Most people just vote down a party line. If I'm going in Democrat, I'm just going to
Right.
check blue all the way down. I'm going to check red
I
all the
stopped
way
doing that
down.
a while ago, but yeah.
And I think what they were concerned was is if Biden's at the top of the ticket, that either people are not going to show up or they're going to have a lot more hesitation just checking blue all the way through. So they were more concerned about their jobs. So they pushed Biden out. If you remember, it was 1, 3, 5, 31, and then it was Schumer, and then it was Pelosi. And so I think
Mm,
they systematically, over the course of a couple of days, let him know that yeah, we don't want you, Joe. And I
Okay.
think it just happened. It happened along the time that Trump got shot, and then instead of Biden being out of campaign, Biden got COVID, and he couldn't do anything, and that was like,
Did he
okay,
really though?
I,
So
okay. Wait.
okay,
Before
okay,
you go,
okay.
you you
wait.
playing the I hear the conspiracies, and I give you all of them, but I'm just going over the sequence of events. I don't know where the
Right.
conspiracies kind of fall in.
So
No.
go ahead.
So you said your piece. Let me tell you why I don't think it's so. Kind of like Derek said, unknown said. I'm sorry. I'm saying your government. At some point it became a thing where okay, we can lose the presidency, but at least we still control the Senate, or we may take back the House. It got so bad. So when Donald Trump got or shot or shot, when that happened, you saw a major swing in polling where Biden's numbers already were down, but then it got to a point where the polls started looking like Donald Trump may get 330 delegates. That's how bad 330 electoral votes. That's how bad it got. It started to look like Biden will lose by a landslide.
Mhm.
I will give you this. I think he I think at some point early he knew he was going to drop out. But when do I drop this news? Let's drop it on a Sunday. So all they do is talk about it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Mhm.
That was a
So
tactic.
what
So there's the wait. I'm not done yet. There's the tactic there. Now, when you say that there is this theory that this was all planned, for me, anytime I listen to a theory or a conspiracy theory, I always ask myself, what is the incentive? Who does it benefit? At any point in time, could have been 3 months ago, could have been even a year ago. He could have said, you know what? I'm not going to do this thing. Poland looks like I'm going to lose because it's always looked that way. His numbers and ratings have already been low. I'm going to hand this off to Kamala. Now, he could have did that. And where would we, like, there's no shift in anything. It benefits no one. So why would they do that?
so 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 everything kind of what you're saying, what unknown is saying, what I'm saying is kind of the same thing. Okay? Meaning that yes, they wanted him out, right? What I'm saying is they probably I'm thinking to myself they knew way before that this was going to happen.
So
Nobody
then
knew
why would
about.
they
I don't
wait?
think
Like you
anybody
couldn't predict Donald
because of
Trump
the
was
R
going to
because
get shot.
the RNC because of the RNC. because it was coming up. There aren't their convention is not even here yet. It's what, in next week or two.
Yeah.
So everybody knows there is a bump after after any kind of convention.
Mm-hmm.
You always get a bump.
Mhm.
Everybody gets a bump.
And they got their bump.
You
They
get like
got their
2 or
bump.
3 points.
They got their bump.
But when but they like, we need to drown him out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to announce it until
That I
that
get.
Sunday.
I mean, that I could. That, like I
So
said, that's digestible. I can get that.
so what I'm saying is I think they knew way before. So everything was a tactic. Everything happening because the reason I say this is because the way Kamala people are working right now, they like, she got some really smart people that's behind her, right?
Yeah.
And yes, yes, she got some very smart
Oh,
people
you
that kind
can't
of
take.
combat.
No, you can't take. They getting money like
She is
crazy.
right.
They already got
They are
double
straight
what Donald Trump
combatant,
campaign has. So
and
Bro,
they
they
able to
doing their damn
reverse.
thing.
they got a
They
media team
reverse it.
behind them. They don't. I haven't seen smart policy
Right.
people yet.
All of it
Well,
goes
no, that's what we're
together.
talking. We're just talking about the campaign.
E-
We're not talking about policy, right?
even like that little word like weird, and it started to get under everybody's skin. Like they call it all the Republicans weird, and they getting upset about it. Like they took it and ran with it, and now everybody just weird. They're just weird. You hear weird everywhere, and to be honest, right now, weird is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I
the
think
way
this
they
is a
putting it
mistake.
up,
I really think this whole
that's
weird shit is a mistake and it's gonna bite them in the
I don't
ass.
think so
No, it's
because
gonna bite them in the ass.
that's how he that's how he does things.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's how he does
you
things.
can't tit for tat with him, and that's what she keeps doing. You
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't
but
you
you
got to
can't
get in the mud with them, but you can't go. You
yes,
can't use the same thing that they are using
exactly.
because
no. What
here's the
happens
thing:
is what
you're talking about the party of LGBT progressiveness. You're talking about political correctness. You're talking about that party. So they look at that as weird. They're looking at people saying, their whole mantra right now is saying you guys want to abort babies after they've been born. You're weird. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? They're saying things like you guys want us to believe that you're a woman when you don't have the correct genitalia to be a woman. You're weird. That's what they're using. So you can't come back and use it because now you look kind of like a hypocrite at that point.
We're using the word for two different things. It's two different extremes.
Exactly,
I
but
think
you're still using the word,
The
which
same
is
words too.
right. It's
I,
gonna come. I think
Yeah.
it's a mistake. I think
It is.
they need
I
to
don't
get away
know.
from that.
I think that the tactics are right now working, and what we got like
96 days,
94
yeah,
days,
95, 96
96
days. Yeah,
days,
The issue is
90.
though, the
You
minute
know,
you blur the lines and people don't know if you're trending on the extreme side or the normal side, then you've played into his hand because his
yeah.
people know. So it's kind of like why you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. It's like you're trying to outsmart a madman. It's like just let it go. So
Like,
yeah,
just let
but
it just let
see,
it
I don't
you
agree with that. I agree you do have to get in the mud, but to use the same
yep,
tactics,
I'm
I don't think
100%. You got to fight.
you can't use Bush League tactics. These are Bush League tactics that the Republican side are using. You can't come back with Bush League tactics just because they're using them. Weird is a word that they've told people on the left for so long. Oh, you're a weird one. You're not like us. We the jocks. We the life of the party. We're the cool kids.
And they switched it up.
Now the cool kid. I'm sorry. The nerds are calling the cool kids weird. It just doesn't play right, and it might work for now, but it's eventually going to bite them in the ass because you look hypocritical at this point. That's all I'm saying.
You know, but see, the way the world works now, it's like when we were in school or whatever, and when you was in high school or even like middle school, and you were into comics and stuff like that, you were weird.
Mm-hmm.
You were the weirdo.
Yeah.
Now it's not. If you don't know who Tony Starks is, you're weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything has changed. Like even like when he was like the cat lady, and you're like, cat lady. Not everybody is all up in arms. Like there's plenty of like women out here that's not married
Another
and
stupid
being
tactic though, but
successful.
it's another bush
You know what I'm
league
saying?
tactic that just it's
But
pie in their
see,
face at this point.
but
And
but
this
at
comes
this
from the
point,
Kamala. This comes from the Kamala effect because they haven't figured out a way to attack her. And really, what they could be doing is attacking her own policy because she has none.
I,
Like like
That's
right?
like
I,
like
I'm,
but
like unknown has said, she don't have a
but
tactic, but they're
he
not
got
doing
none
that.
either. Yeah.
Yeah,
huh?
but they're not
But
doing
see,
it.
but
Wait,
she
wait.
can,
They're not
but
doing it. They're going to things like you ain't black, or they're going to things like your mom is an Indian, she ain't black. Well, who the fuck cares? And so what if she's Indian? What are you saying about Indian people? Are you saying about like is this a dig at Indian people? Like it's all lowbrow what they're doing, and they're not saying they're not attacking her own policy. And just like Unknown said, they're not attacking her own policy because they have no policy.
I think the
but
part that triggers him the most is the fact that he sees the Republicans see the Democrats going to the race politics or the colorism issue, and they know that they can, without offering anything, get that vote. So it's like you're playing identity politics, and there's no defeating that. You can't defeat it by saying, well, she's not black. What I'm saying? That's his way of saying. Her way of saying is, hey, I went to a black school and I was in a black sorority, and I'm black, and vote for me because I'm black. And she's playing the black politics, the black identity politics game, and his way of defeating that, because they're so afraid of getting our votes for nothing, is to say, well, she ain't black. It's like that's not. I mean, I get the sentiment, but that's not the answer either. I
yeah,
mean,
right.
what's the policy? What's the trade? What's the offer? You see what I'm saying?
I,
But to
I think
both parties is trending on the idea of our vote is just whoever can relate with us. So how do I relate with them? Oh, I did more for black people than anybody. Then what is it? I've done more for black people than since Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you got that on one side, and you got the let's go have Meg the Stallion sing Savage and twerk on the other side.
shut up. It was entertaining.
No, it wasn't.
But like I
No,
said,
it
but
wasn't.
but even those tactics, like I mentioned before, me and Unknown went back and forth for a few hours today,
I know. I heard.
about a
Yeah.
bunch of different stuff. But that whole thing, that pandering, both sides do that, and they always
Yeah,
have done it.
Yep.
They've always have done
Agreed.
it. That's just par for the course. That's how they campaign. You would think by now they would come up with a different way to campaign to different people. But when you have white people running your campaign, that's what it's going to look like. You have white people running these campaigns. That's what it's going to look like. Uh, Obama did it.
yeah,
Even at the RNC, you had Hulk Hogan ripping off his shirt, and you had Kid Rock, racist ass, saying shit. So like, that's just the way they do it. That's just how it is, and it sucks because it's just hokey. But what you gonna do at this point? It works for some people and invigorates some people, and right now, you can't say that was a bad move because it's working. She's
yeah.
getting votes.
I don't think it's working as good as it's gonna get, and I think we've seen evidence of it. Um, in at least two elections down in Atlanta. I think that African American men have been, an ignored party and have been the scapegoat for when people don't get elected. And I don't want to see that again. It's kind of like
Yeah.
So
you
when you say
offer not
you see it worked in Atlanta, what do you mean?
when what's the lady's name? Um, what's the heavyset lady who ran for
Abrams.
Abram.
Abrams? Stacey
A-
Abrams ran for governor. Stacey Abrams ran for governor. She didn't reach across the aisle. She didn't reach to pull in independents or Caucasians or whatever. She made it a black white race, and then when she didn't win, she blamed black men for not voting for
Uh-huh. I
her.
still think
She
I
didn't
still
offer she didn't offer black men anything. She didn't speak to that, even that part of her constituency. It was more the same. She had, people like Roland Martin saying, "Hey, we're going to protect this system. We're going to speak to this system. We're going to vote for this system," but we didn't speak to any issues that bring voters to the poll. I mean, and that's the whole point. We were, in a roundabout way saying this, in our conversations earlier is, you know, we see groups of people trade their vote for something that benefits that group of people. Everybody gets something. And if everybody gets something and the vote is that valuable and our vote is equally valuable, then we should get something too.
well, I
Far
think
too
at this
long,
point you got to start blaming the people who's making the trades because they did make a trade. Well, we
no,
not
we
gonna
didn't.
put you in. We not gonna put you in office until Joe Biden. We ain't gonna put you in office until you give that VP position to a black lady. Oh, Biden, we're not gonna put you in this position until you put a black justice on the Supreme Court. So those are the things that they're putting. Those are the things they're trading. So like I don't call those policy. Those ain't policy things, but those are the things that they're trading for
Uh,
that. So
I don't see those as trades, but
but
I
no,
can
you're
understand.
right. You are completely right. Those are not even trades. Those are not
Yeah.
trades, but that's what they're trading. Oh, Biden would not have been president if it wasn't for Claiborne, who said you got to put a black justice in the Supreme Court. If that didn't happen, no Biden. Trump wins again. 2020. Trump would have won again. No doubt. Actually, you know what? Biden wouldn't even have made it out of the primary. And whoever would have
No,
made it out of the primary that year would have got smoked. So that's the stuff they're trading right now. And like you said, it's not even. That's not a good trade because it does nothing for the people as a whole. I said it before when it comes to this, we'll never get, at least it's my opinion, we'll never get what a lot of other races get: reparations, bills passed to protect the people, because America's already shown how they feel about people with our skin color. And it sucks to
should
say
we?
it. It sucks to say it, but I mean,
Sh-
that's just reality.
at this,
Go ahead.
but at this point, should we care even? Like, I get it that people are like reparations and all this other stuff, and we've been asking for that for years and years
And
and
that's my
years, and
point. I don't care
it
because I
hasn't.
just know it ain't
I
gonna
don't.
happen.
It's just one of them things
Exactly.
like the
but
whole
see,
immigration thing. Like I don't get it. Like, people are like, I get it that they're in your neighborhoods and stuff like that. And like I was telling my wife, she was like, okay, so if you had like 4 or 5 immigrants in front of your house playing music, how would you feel? And playing music, loud music, how would you feel? I would go out there and be like, hey, can you cut that music down? Or I would call the police, right? And then she was like, right. She said, what if there was some black guys out there? I was like, I would go out there, ask them cut the music down, or call the police. And she's like, there's no different. Like, people like, oh, they in your neighborhood, what are they doing? They doing the exact same thing you're doing. You're allowing them to do. And for me, it's like, oh, they giving them this money, they giving them that money. They could be giving us. They could be giving the neighborhood the money. They be get. I
You doing
if they
that
wasn't
shit.
giving it to them,
But
if they wasn't giving it to them, they not giving it to you.
exactly, and
They
that's my
definitely not
point.
gonna give it
That
to
right
you.
there is my point.
So so let them get their little money. You know what I'm
but
saying?
see,
Y'all stop
but see,
tripping.
but that's the point. But that's That right there is the disrespect. Because if you tell me that you don't have the money, you tell me that there is nothing that can be done, and then you give away billions. You tell me that there's nothing that can be done, bro. This is the richest country in the world. We there is no reason for us to have the levels of poverty that we have, besides the fact that we have to have a working class. And that's all this is. All this mass immigration is importing a new working class. And you're starting them off like a drug dealer. The first couple of dollars is free to get you dependent on the hog, and then we're gonna put you to work.
Mm-hmm.
Even in New York, they giving up all this money out in New York, but they also teaching these dudes how to work. They also have these dudes, doing Ubers and doing Door Dashes and coming into restaurants and working at restaurants. They're already giving them um not green cards, but identification, so they can work and have work programs and pay taxes. So
Let
there
me
is a revenue.
They
let me.
they're getting
I
the work,
understand
they're
that,
getting
but
the
how is
the work
that?
card
How is that stopping? How is that stopping a
because they're
black man?
taking
Wait,
black
wait, wait,
jobs.
wait.
That's why.
They take it. It was a black job, right? No.
Black jobs.
What I'm saying is, okay, me as a person, I'm not gonna see that and say, well, I'm just not working no more because they just giving, you know, no, bro. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, they got money. I'm gonna go over here and keep doing what I've been doing, making money and working and do none of that
That's
stopping
what.
shit.
That's
None
what.
of that should
But hold
stop
on.
shit.
But that's what you're gonna do, because that's who you are. That's what you're gonna do. This don't affect you. This don't affect me. I'm sure this don't affect Sahar. The issue is these neighborhoods that all this now action, ideas, movement, money is now into, had all these action, idea, and money before these migrants out here, and they didn't do jack shit. You had these same aldermen, these same delegates, these same Democratic leaderships the whole time. And now you have a surge. When Texas put these guys on buses and bust them to New York, you took all these ran down hotels and you opened them up and cleaned them up, and then you start putting people in them, and you start giving them jobs, and you start giving them a little bit of money to get started, and all of a sudden you start seeing a return on your investment. You could did that shit the whole time. You had the money, you had the means, you had the places, but
You
you
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
determined that,
no,
but you
no,
no,
but you're
bro.
talking about somebody
There's
who's been here for
nothing
20,
new.
30 years.
And
So
you offered them,
I
hold on, and you offered them nothing. And
But
then
the
somebody's
person
been
has
here,
been here 20 or 30 years. You
and
shouldn't be
you
waiting for
offered
the
them,
government at this point.
and you
okay.
offered them nothing. Is what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I
What I'm saying
agree
is,
with
what I'm
unknown.
saying is that ran down building that you fixed in 30 days and turned it around to make it a community center for this has been ran down in that neighborhood for 20 years, and you did
And it
nothing with it.
shouldn't be of concern to anyone because you have been here 20 or 30 years
That's
What
what
I'm
and have
saying,
that's
done
the
and
problem.
nothing.
you've been my senator for 20 or 30 years, and you didn't see that building that was a crack house before, that you now have a turned to a community center now.
None of my concern. You want to know why? Because I should have been responsible enough to do what I need to do to
And you
make a
know,
living for
and you
myself.
know, I'm not talking about the living. I'm talking about the I'm talking about how you the leadership
Distribute.
have made the change for this group of people, and you didn't make the change when the change was needed for the people who are currently there. So if you could take this rec center that's been this eyesore, that's been this crack den, that's been this whatever, and been sitting there for the last 20 years, and you've been our leadership for the last 20 years, and for the last 20 years you keep saying vote Democrat or the Republicans are gonna come in and take over, and then you done nothing to clean this neighborhood up. But now when the Texas governor busts all these migrants up, you can flush all this money into this area and turn it around and put these people in here. Why couldn't you do it when we needed it?
See,
You was in
that's the
charge.
problem.
You
That
was
was
in
the pro-
charge. Why didn't you do it
that's
when
the
we needed
thing,
it?
right? So I agree with you, but I also agree with Ice. At some point, you shouldn't be looking for it. Like at some point, you didn't get it. You haven't gotten it. You haven't gotten it, and
You
it's not. You're
hold on.
not gonna get it.
You ain't getting. Hold on. We ain't got it. We haven't got it. But guess what you asking me now for? To keep voting for you.
And you're absolutely right.
And
And
you,
then
yes,
That's the
yes.
issue.
No,
Now
I
you
get
want
that.
to say, hey, come back and keep voting for me, and I don't get
yeah,
nothing. And now I can see what you can do in 30 days for the right people for the right reason. And I've been putting
yeah.
you in office for year after year after year. These are our communities. These are the people we keep voting in. And the only thing you keep telling me is scare tactics. And when it's me, you do nothing. And we've had to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we've had to hustle and make ends meet anyway. And then the minute somebody else come in, let's clean this shit on up. Come on, let's go ahead and put some spit polish on this and get it ready for. And in 30 days, you can turn that shit around. In 30 days, you can give away our neighborhoods. In 30 days, you can put other people in here, and you got money for this program and that. And then you come and they can't vote for you because they can't vote. But then you come back around and you say, hey, voting season back up. Can you keep us in office?
Bro,
Nah, fuck you, fuck you.
Let MAGA tell it. Them motherfuckers is
They
voting.
can. Yep, they can vote.
Let MAGA tell it. Them motherfuckers
Seriously,
is voting. What?
Let
it
What?
is.
All
let
I'm.
When
MAGA.
you think about it.
I bet you MAGA gonna be at every poll. Let me see your cards. Let me see your ID. Them
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
ain't voting.
We know that shit ain't true. We know they ain't voting. But that's what they.
Right.
That's
And guess
that's
what?
that's the that's
And
the
we shouldn't.
division they
And we
caused.
shouldn't be voting either. We shouldn't be giving these motherfuckers carte blanche because
You
at
know
the
what?
end of the day, they on the same tide as them. They sit in Congress and they just as rich as the other side sitting in Congress. You got rich Republicans in Congress and you get rich Democrats in
Oh
Congress,
yeah.
and they don't
Yeah.
give a shit about
Nancy
us
Pelosi
because
is loaded.
at the end of the day, the bills they pass and the shit they see, they go and the investment they make is for them.
That's
It's
why you're supposed to
it's
follow them.
rich in them, and it's us. And they can laugh and say my people, my constituents, but they don't give a shit about us because we know on the MAGA side they're doing the same thing.
Yep.
They selling them hype and all this stuff, but they ain't really doing nothing in those communities either. But they gonna
I'm a,
vote for their people because they want to keep winning.
this
Exactly.
is
Exactly.
this is what like we talked about. Let's talk about for a second the policies that Trump has and Kamala has, right? If it ever comes up, Kamala's just going to go back to, the policies that her and Biden had in office. And some of those policies, I'm going to be honest with you, I said it before, I can name like 3 to 4 policies that directly affected me in a positive way. Um, so right there, I feel like, yeah, you can get my vote. However, this 2025 thing, this project
Projects.
2025
Man, I
thing is
really want to talk about that, man. I really want to talk
that
about
is
it. But wait,
scary.
but I would say let's save it so I can read up on it a little bit more. And I think everybody
Yeah,
should do their research on that so we can
yeah.
have a real discussion about that. But go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
But so when you talk about like her not having policies, she at this moment she can revert back to her and Biden
Mm-hmm.
policy,
Hmm.
and she can stay claim to that.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, let's just
But
be
don't you
honest. For
think she should
me,
say that though? If that
yes,
if
she can.
that
She can
if that's the
because
plan, shouldn't she make that declaration?
Well,
yeah,
I mean, she only
I
it
think
hasn't even been a week yet since. Actually,
I
no, she
think
just got enough delegates today. Uh, a
so.
few
She
hours
hasn't been.
ago.
She's
We've
not
been knowing that
We've
this
been knowing
plan.
it, but she hasn't officially been anything
right.
but
So she hasn't
VP.
gotten it yet.
She been
She's
And
official.
then
She
when she
just
been
gets it,
collecting money.
she been collecting
you
money,
said,
and that
yeah.
right there is why she probably haven't. She's been busy collecting money and doing her role as VP. I'm pretty
And
sure at some
And
point she's gonna get out there and talk about policy, but
at
she
this
is still
moment, she
she
can't.
does still have a job right now.
I put that on her.
I,
I put that on her Twitter page this morning when I got it showed up in my feed about donations. I said donations coming after policy hit the website. Refresh the website,
yeah. And I agree. And I agree. It just
and
like I
even
said,
then
I
I
can name like 3 to 4 policies that directly affected
Let me
me.
ask you something. Let
And
me ask you something, Sahad. Like,
okay.
never mind. I don't want to get too personal. Never mind. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go for it.
Do you have diabetes?
Yes, yes, I'm a
So that's
diabetic.
something. So the insulin thing, that's something that directly affected you, right?
Right.
How much were you paying for
Also,
insulin before?
so I don't pay. full price for
You
insulin,
you got
right?
insurance that pays for it.
I got insurance.
Right.
So with that being said, this is for the insulin and other drugs that older people like. When I get older, I might have to start paying
Exactly. But
more
it's
for my
capped at
insulin.
$25
$5, right? So
opposed to
like
the drug
the
manufacturers is charging you whatever they want for
yep,
it. Okay.
whatever they want.
Okay.
So
But
you got to think. You
wasn't
like you,
that something that started that was legislation or discussions that started under one administration and got finalized under another one?
no.
Didn't that start under
You talking about
the
start
price
on
negotiation started under Trump's
No,
administration
that's
and
just
finalized under
that's just
Biden's?
that's one of them Trump things that say he wouldn't have had
No,
if he
I'm just
didn't have it.
asking.
No, it
Like I
wasn't.
know
no I, no.
it kind of hurdled both, right?
I think it's one of them things where it was presented, but never it stayed on the desk. It never really it never came to fruition till Biden came in and he was
Because it
like, yeah,
wasn't
let's do
going
it.
to. Donald
Right.
Trump is not going to
So
ever tell people that's out there making millions and billions and millions of dollars, we gonna cap shit. I'm telling you that right now. That's just not in his. That's just not in his business model to do that.
and it,
If you're
and if
rich,
you
you're
do
gonna
your
keep being rich. If you whatever
yep.
may you ain't gonna make less money than you making last year. You're gonna keep making more. So to tell the drug man, you ain't gonna tell them drug manufacturers we capping shit. Tell you that right
How
now. That's
about
not
this?
even in his business
How,
model.
how about this? The money that Donald Trump gave to the SB the
HSB
black colleges.
yeah
Yeah, right.
HBCU.
to the black colleges. Um, it was one of those things where he didn't want to give that money up. Somebody, and I think the Republicans came to him and was like, "Hey, you need to give something." And Kamala Harris was one of the writers on the
Mm-hmm.
policy
Mm-hmm.
that he signed. So
Her and the senator that just passed, Lee.
and they the
Goodness,
ones
I
they
can't
the
I
ones
Jackson
can't think.
Lee.
Yeah, Jackson Lee.
they the ones
Her and
that helped
Kamala did
write
that.
this. So when he says that he was the best president for black people, that's a lie, of course. And then Obama,
Since Lincoln, bro.
right? And then Obama, he wrote he signed into policy giving them money for 10 years, and it ended
Under Trump.
within Trump's right under Trump. So he had to almost rewrite it. He had to almost, and then they wrote the policy again, and then he signed it off. He almost had to. Um, I just, you've been hearing, you read a lot. I read, I'm like obsessed, right? I read a lot of the Trump stuff, all these articles and stuff that come out every night, right?
You ever watch my videos I send you?
Oh yeah, oh man. But these guys are I I feel sorry for the Republican Party right now. Is because there are Republicans that are coming out flipping. Um, I just seen a guy says mega for Kamala, and I'm like, what?
MAGA for
Like
Kamala.
what? But they they're like, you know what? We really need to get Trump out, and the Republican Party has to heal. Because if y'all, I don't know if you've seen that video at the RNC where the two guys were arguing and fighting, like almost fighting, coming to
Mm-hmm.
blows,
You talking about
and they were like,
Matt Gaetz and McCarthy almost got into
right,
it on the floor.
and they said that's like a lot of people, like a lot of them are like at each other's throats,
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
they
they
don't
can't
like
agree on
yeah.
anything,
Bobart and
and they right
Green,
and
they don't like each other.
yeah,
It's a lot of them that just don't like
so
each other.
so
They
and
believe in the
so
same shit. They all have the
right, and
same
that's
ideology.
crazy.
They just
But
don't
That
like
is
each other.
it's just
crazy.
different levels of
So
crazy is the issue.
so Trump is kind of he's kind of a parasite, or a virus. He's kind of a virus, and I think people are afraid of him because he has the money to play, and he's going to play all the way. You feel me? And people don't, and the party is so divided on this. Like there's people that absolutely love this man,
Mm-hmm.
but there's people that tolerate him and don't like him and ready for him to go. But I heard somebody say this video in the video. But Republicans get in line. No, they fall in line.
Yep. Yep.
Democrats fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what your leader does, you're gonna fall in line with him.
Yep.
He can be, and everybody knows he's not the smartest, he's not the sharpest pencil on the desk, but they are falling in line because he is their leader. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of questioning what's going on, or why are you doing this, or why are you saying this, like when he went to that, when he came to Chicago, he went to he
That was the dumbest
hey, as
thing.
soon as he
You talking about
walked off that stage,
You
that
want to talk
interview with the
about
ladies?
hubris? You want to talk about hubris? That's hubris right there, bro. He went to that thing
soon,
thinking he was just gonna,
man,
bro. These are college educated black folks,
Professional
yep,
journalists.
journalists. Some were interns, some were trying to get in there, but for the most part, you're talking about 90%
oh my
educated,
God,
black educated, and you have the hubris to say all this shit about black, black people, minority shithole countries. They emptying they sending us their worst people. You talking about brown people, and you think you gonna come in here and change minds? No, that's not gonna happen. And I see why Kamala Harris didn't come to that. Let him go fuck himself up. And that's what.
yep,
And right now, it's bro. I never. It's one guy. I forget what news channel he's on, but he's usually a Trump supporter. A black Trump supporter, and even he was like, "Oh no,
I
he
used about
he was on
steel.
CNN.
I
He
don't,
was
I
on
don't, I don't remember
CNN.
his name. I don't remember his name.
I know, but I know,
But
Bald head
he
guy.
I seen, yeah, yeah.
I think he might be, but I'm not.
Nah, you thinking not Van Jones. It's
No, it's
one
not
that
Van Jones.
He's
used to be
kind of
the
a
RNC. His
he's
name
kind
was
of a
Steel.
No, I'm not talking. I know who you talking about. Not that guy. You talking about
dark.
the RNC chairman Steele. No, not him. I'm talking. This is a younger black guy, and he
Yeah,
was just
and
like
he was disgusted.
he was like, I can't even talk right now. He was basically like, I can't even talk right now of what I've just heard. It was literally the segment right after this the talk they had with the black journalist. And he was just dumbfounded. He was like, I don't even know why he was there. Whoever told him that he should have went to this should be fired. Like
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. Like,
How do you feel about like all the missteps in his campaign right now? I mean, from the JD Vance to the
it's,
pick
you know
to
what?
the.
Like,
I mean,
and this
it
was
seems
the
like
whole.
there's a lot of unforced errors right now.
Yes, because here's the thing, and this is what I wanted to talk about before. This is the whole reason we got way off tangent, which is fine. I love it. But what I wanted to talk about was the Kamala effect and how just this move to put Kamala ahead on the ticket, they don't know how to pivot.
Yeah.
They don't know. It's like they're throwing spaghetti against the wall to see which noodles stick. They don't know what to do. So you're seeing buyer's remorse from JD Vance. You seeing
Yeah, JD Vance was the pick that he to go against Kamala, not to just be out
exactly,
there
but
winging it. Yeah.
but he didn't want to. That was not his pick. Don Jr.
Yep, he was
Don
for it.
Jr.
He was.
begged him to get JD Vance, and right now they got buyer's remorse because this dude, and we just talked about it, is saying weird shit. This dude is like talking about
Did you
Sprite
ever,
being gay. He talking about no, not Sprite, Mountain Dew being gay. He's talking about cats. It's come out that he's
cat
fucking
ladies?
couches.
Oh yeah.
all. It's like the Democrats were saying. It is fucking weird, bro. Like, and not only JD Vance, but now, I mean, you got Trump saying stupid shit. They don't know how to do anything. Their best thing they can do right now is just shut the fuck up and wait for Kamala to make a mistake. But they're not going to do it because they are who they are. They are the party of dissension, and they're going to keep
Well,
trying it.
Well, the thing is, they can't afford it because they fed their base this red meat viral moment. I mean, these people are waiting for the next thing. They need the next video. They need the next soundbite. Like they can't wait for Kamala. And this is the beauty, and this is what we were saying about when I first put it in the group about Biden dropping out and her coming in. It takes the wind out of their sails, and they don't know how to pivot.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, the fact that Biden, I mean, he even said it himself. Like he said, I did a debate against Biden, and he lost, and I had him on the ropes, and then they put in her, and that's exactly. I mean, they don't know how to pivot, and like
Mhm.
I was telling you guys in the group, she picks her vice president next week. Then they start going on campaigns again. She basically, after that assassination attempt, where he would have owned the airways
Mhm.
between that
Mm-hmm.
congressional hearings, the after action reports or whatever. She took the wind out of their sails by saying, "Hey, Biden's gonna fall out. She's gonna fall in. Next week they're gonna put in her VP pick, and after that they're gonna start campaigning with the VP pick, and after VP pick, and then
DNC.
after that the DNC."
Yep.
I mean, and now he don't want a debater. Like
Yep. Well,
it's
he's
it's
gonna get some of
completely
it back. He's gonna get his name some of it back because he has uh, a hearing on. He has a sentencing, not sentence. I don't know what they would call this.
yeah
Yeah, it's not a
yeah
sentences, but you know what I mean.
yeah it
Where
is
the judge is
it's
gonna carry out whatever penalty or
yeah
well, So he'll get some of it back, but for the wrong reason. Because I doubt if they will come back with some jail time, but it's that's gonna revigorate his base right there. Whatever he gets, they're gonna
but it
revigorate.
also it also revigorates her base because she gets to do a press conference
Exactly.
afterwards too.
Exactly. And then
So
you get to use it. You get to use, oh well, you gotta pay
yeah,
this or
mhm.
you got this. So it's
it was
gonna
a
be
smart it
interesting.
was a
It's
smart play. I just wish that it would have been. I mean, the thing is, there and how long does the identity politics go before you start offering, the 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 policy? It's a great play for the short run, but if they go into the RNC with nothing but race relations, they're gonna get fucked. I mean, they have to put some tangibles on the table to get independence. They
well,
have to.
this is we all know Donald Trump cannot debate Kamala Harris. He will get eaten alive. That's a fucking
He
former
can he can
prosecutor.
definitely debate. I mean, you got to think about it. Yeah, and Hillary Clinton was a former prosecutor too, and he ate her up. The issue is not the facts, the entertainment factor.
Right. So
I
wait,
think
wait, wait,
he's
wait,
the
wait,
whole
wait.
entertain. Go ahead,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
Go
go
no,
ahead.
you can
I'm
go. You
sorry.
can go. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think him being like 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 that person. Um, yes, he went against Clinton and ate her up or whatever. But I think that he has to tread kind of lightly with Kamala. Like a lot of stuff that he was able to say to Clinton, he is not going to be
He ain't
able
gonna
to
get away with
say
that.
to Kamala.
Mm-mm.
The thing
Because
is,
Kamala, I feel like Kamala is gonna come right back at him. Like even
let it,
like
Well,
the
he's gonna
debate
lose.
she
He's
had
gonna
with
lose
Pence.
independence if he goes
it
low
don't
with her.
it don't
Yeah,
matter. The fact that
he
if he hit his fans want to hear the zingers. I was looking at videos
Well,
where they said, hold on, I was looking at videos where they said he wanted the interactions or exchanges with the women in Chicago, and we all saw that him with sitting on that stage, and he didn't win any of those exchanges. But the way they heard it, and he won every exchange, and so it doesn't matter
yeah, you're right, you're
what
right.
the logic says is they're gonna hear the he said but he fought back, he said but, and that's
yeah.
gonna be enough.
Um.
So it's
Yeah.
a lose-lose. It's a
Okay.
lose-lose.
So this is the point I'm trying to make. So he was okay, we'll go back to the debate. And the reason why I brought the debate up is because if he does not debate her,
Mhm.
does he take away a chance of Kamala Harris talking about policy? So it's a bad
she can
move and a
screw
good
up.
move. It's a
She
bad
can
move and a
screw
good
up.
move. If I was Donald Trump, I would not debate her because
I would debate it because she can screw
mm-mm.
up. The thing is, his base is on lock. Whether he
What
screw up or not,
what are you
they
saying
will.
right now? What are you saying? You're saying you want to hear her policy. So
No,
there
if
are
I'm saying
that's
is
wait. That's not, you're not the only person I heard say I want to hear her policy. I've heard that from other people. If you take away that, because you ain't heard about no town halls or any opportunities for her to take away to talk about policies. So if you take that away, you take away a chance for her to talk about policy. When you mentioned before, when Donald Trump is doing these one-liners and zingers and stuff he talked about with Hillary Clinton, those are to his base. Polls already show Donald Trump has plateaued. He's already going to get his base. What they
right.
need to be fighting for, in polling for, in trying to get, are the independents. And if he goes low with Kamala Harris during a debate, you ain't black, you ain't this, you ain't that, you're Indian, trying to tell a woman, think about this now, because now we're in a different group of voters. If you're trying to tell a woman what she is as a white man, that's not going to play well to independent voters and independent voters that are women, which is a
I
huge
understand.
base. So,
My only thing is what I'm saying is his only advantage if he gets her to mess up,
mhm,
because she's not gonna mess up in a town hall, a CNN town hall with a moderator and
on her
people
side.
asking questions this from her party.
Hmm.
But in a debate, maybe she does react. Maybe she does, take the bait, and he can get her outside her character. That's his only. I don't think
That's
it's gonna happen because she's
yeah,
a prosecutor, but that's his only
exactly
chance.
that's
So
hard, like, because I haven't seen it before. I haven't
Right,
seen her go off a square. I've seen Donald Trump go off his square, but I
right.
haven't seen her. I'm not saying it's impossible, because we did see her, him just walking around Hillary
Mhm.
threw her off. You remember that
Threw her
debate?
off.
That's
Yeah,
when he was just walking around.
yeah,
Somebody told him to do that, which is a smart move because it fucked her
yeah.
up.
Just Crowder. Yeah,
Yeah, just walk around, just swarm her like a shark. I don't think that's gonna work with.
she's
I don't think that's gonna
she
work with
said
a
at the
sister, bro. A sister will probably
next
say, "Man, go sit your ass down."
yeah
yeah.
the next
Don't have
debate
the temperament
the
to be
next debate
president.
she said she's gonna go and she
Wait,
said
what
she
you
would
say?
talk for
What you
90
say?
minutes.
If she tell him to sit his, actually Bakari Sellers said that on CNN. He like if he not, he said, don't be like Michelle Obama. If he go low, you go to hell.
Hell yeah, you go
Yeah,
to the deepest, you
yeah.
go to the
And then you
deepest
know what they're
ends
gonna
of
say.
hell.
She don't have the temperament to be president.
Is they you, or is like, would you think they?
Uh, no, they is white women.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure because I don't
That's
give a fuck, bro. I want to
I'm
see it.
keeping it up. I'm keeping it a buck. They is white women.
Yeah, I want to see this shit, bro.
Because
Somebody
that's because
could you
they
imagine?
hold on, because that's the same they that didn't vote for Hillary
Yep,
over
exactly.
Clinton.
Suburban white
I'm
women.
sorry,
Uh,
over Trump.
suburban white women did not come out to vote for. He lost. That's the vote that she ran such a shitty campaign.
He
That's
did, but they still didn't vote for her. The
right.
most qualified of the two,
If it's
they didn't vote
anybody
for her.
Hillary should have got, was educated suburban white women, and she didn't get it. Them motherfuckers voted for Trump, and then them same educated suburban white women went out and voted for Joe Biden.
No, no, they voted for Trump. They campaigned for her, got in the booth and voted for Trump. The next day, put on their pussy hats and then marched DC. You remember that? Marching DC for rights
They what hats?
after they pussy hats. You don't remember that? They all had those little
Yeah, I
put.
remember.
Hmm.
I just wanted you to say it, bro.
And then when he took Roe versus Wade again from him, they voted for Biden.
What a stupid move. He would have. You know what? If he didn't do that, he probably would have his whole shit locked up. If he didn't do
I'm
this, if he didn't put them justices in there, and they didn't fuck with Roe versus Wade, he would probably have his shit locked up.
Yep,
If
They gave
if
I
there's
agree.
one thing that will do Trump in and do MAGA in, it's these people, it's these women that want abortions, bro. It's the women that want abortions that he took that shit. That shit is
Yep.
it was such a bold, swift move with no kind of consideration for anything. With no,
I
you
don't
you
think I don't think he did that. I
what
don't blame Trump for that.
he taking
He
credit for
takes
it.
credit
He
for it
takes
though.
He
credit for
takes
every rip.
he takes credit for
He put
everything.
justices in. You don't think
Yeah.
he put the
No,
justices in there to do that?
mm-mm, no,
He he put the
he,
justice in there so he won't get in
no.
trouble.
Bro.
The people. I explain it to you. The people who put him in there pick those justices. He just had to come from the list. If you
That's
remember,
okay. Yes,
if you remember
that
that
is yes,
there was
yes.
20 justices that was already picked. There was 20 candidates that was already picked for him before he was even ran for office.
Right.
So the
Well,
people that put him in power picked those justices.
yeah, but you're still the president of the United States, so it
Yeah,
still
I
looks like it's you. You can say
again,
that for almost any decision.
we
It's
know how the
not
game is
you.
played. Yeah,
Yes, it's
I'm
the
just saying.
game. It's the game. So
So
you're right. Yes, it's the game. But
so
essentially,
what's
he
the
did that shit, bro.
yo?
But see,
You know,
the thing is,
I'm
but
gonna
hold
be
on, but you have to understand it that way. I understand what you're saying because you you can't gloss over that because if you gloss over that, you you fall victim of the same thing of this Project 2025. Because Trump right now is saying, "Hey, that's not us. That's not me. I didn't write that. I have nothing to do with that. Our campaigners don't support it, but the people that associated with him wrote it." The people that will ultimately put
Mm-hmm.
him in office wrote it, and then they're going to hold him to it. The
Yep.
same thing about the people who picked those candidates is the people who, donated and spearheaded and ran his campaign and got him in office. And then when he got in office, those were the people who selected those judges, all the judges that we have now, all those federal judges, all those, McConnell just pushed them through and all the Supreme Court justices and McConnell. I mean, this dude put three justices on the court off that list that he published before he even ran for president. So I mean, he'll say, "I don't have policies, and I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that." But we already know what his tax plan looked like because we
Exactly.
know who
Who it
writing it
benefits?
now,
Who
and
benefits
we
from
already know what his policies look like because Project 2025 is already out right now, and
it,
he can
bro?
say he ain't associated with it because it looks real fucking shitty. But once he get in office, we know what the game plan gonna get implemented.
Bro, I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit because we almost at an hour. Um, I man, this was just a good conversation. I really enjoyed it, man. I
hmm
really enjoyed this conversation. But I
agreed.
got some homework for both of y'all because I want to come back and um piggyback off this conversation. I'm gonna read up on 2025. Project 2025. I'm gonna read up. If you guys haven't, please do that too, so we can come back here and
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah, and talk about that. I really want to dive into this, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm not that type of person that's just going to talk about something I haven't read or looked into or researched. So I'm going to do that so I can talk articulately. I can talk about it in an articulate way. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Unknown, you got any last words to say? I didn't
I
ask you
had
for your
something I
social
forgot.
media. I ain't asked you for your social media. I just asked
And
you if
don't.
you had something to say.
I had something, but I forgot. Just come back.
Yeah. So, how you got anything before we get out of here?
I just think that that's just I think that right now Kamala is what it is right now. Trump just gonna have to come with it. There's plenty of people out here that's ready, that's leaning either way, riding that, walking that tightrope. And if Trump don't come with it, he's gonna lose all that.
I
That's
I
it.
I think Trump has plateaued as far as like polling. Like, I don't think he can get anything other than what he's already got. His base is pretty much locked. I expect Kamala to keep going up in the polls and go over Trump,
And
and then you're gonna see it slide back down. That's what I see.
but you
And it's gonna be a
but the
tight election.
convention
It's still up for grabs. What was that?
the convention is coming up, and usually you
That's
get
when
a
it's gonna
bump.
go up. When you're after the
Yep.
convention, after the polls of the convention, you're gonna see her take a lead, and then it'll go back to where it is, and it's gonna be a dogfight for the whole summer and fall. And we'll see what it is. But I do want to say this. I want to go live. I've been thinking about this for years, bro. I want to go live during the election.
Oh, shit.
Election party, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
What you gonna be
No.
CNN breaking news every? It's
No,
too close to call.
I'm gonna find somebody.
CNN has
I'm gonna find
determined that it's
somebody.
too close to call.
Yeah, I'm gonna find someone. I'm gonna find someone who's broadcasting it and just piggyback off their feed, so I'll have it in here, and we can just talk about like what states won and shit like that, bro. And it would just be running. Like I'm not gonna sit there from 7 o'clock to fucking morning time. They don't predict the president for 2 days, so I'm gonna be, at a big
Right.
thing. Let me go eat dinner. Let me come back. I'll figure it out, bro. I wanna have fun with it. I'm gonna let people in, and
Yeah.
I know how y'all like the live, so I'm planning on doing something big for the election, bro. I've been thinking about that for a while. But
Okay.
I bid you guys a adieu, and I'm about to go watch some TV. I got work in the morning too, so
Me too.
I will say peace. Y'all
All
brothers
right,
have a
man.
nice night. Peace. And that right there is it. That's the show. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We covered a lot of stuff in here, and I meant what I said. If y'all got some stuff y'all want to talk about, y'all got some points, y'all disagree, agree, please get in the comments. Don't forget, people, like, share, and subscribe. I don't say that enough. I know I don't say that enough. I'm just not one of those people that kind of beg y'all to invest in this show, but I really do mean it. I know I need to say it more. Please like, share, subscribe, recommend to your friends. Check us out on TikTok. On TikTok, we trying to kill TikTok. We trying to kill TikTok. Definitely hit us up on TikTok. And man, just be looking out for new episodes of the Dummast Podcast. And that's it. Peace.